let's take a second and talk about introducing dogs to another. When I consider introducing a dog to another dog, the very first thing I do in my checklist is I say, is this dog essential to meeting my dog? Does my dog gain anything out of this interaction? If it's a complete and random stranger that has a dog that doesn't look like it's under control, you're 100% not going to meet my dog, all right? Well, let's say it's a family member, and a family member's dog. And we know there's going to be multiple interactions, but they haven't met yet. We're not sure how it's going to go, and we want to play it safe, all right? The very first thing we're going to do is make the dog show that they can listen to each other. Listen to us. If they're listening to each other, we got other problems, but we want to make sure that they're listening to us first. They can listen to us first, then we can try an introduction. So I vet that in 2 steps. The first thing that I do is we go on a heel walk together. Could be 5-10 minutes. I want to see that my dog is willing to listen to my instruction and handle a nice loose leash heel walk in the presence of that other dog. Right? Even if the other dog doesn't know commands, like your dog knows commands because you've been through training, I'm going to make sure my dog's willing to listen to me, but I'm also going to take note that this other dog is not willing to listen to their owner, and maybe I decide that this shouldn't happen today because energy levels matter. If one of the dogs in the party isn't willing to listen, it could be a harder introduction. You're checking the energy level on both sides. So let's say we went on a nice successful 10-15 minute heel walk. The next part of that process is the down command that you're seeing. We've had Maverick and Harley in a down command next to each other here for about the last 10 minutes. And we've been watching their body language to see how they do. Maverick's been a little bit more relaxed. Harley's been a little more excited. She just came outside from being inside. She was excited to come out here, get the fresh air in. So we're giving her a second to hold the down command and relax. And I'm looking at her body. Is she panting so heavy that she can't hold her down? Is she looking at everything around her and she can't hold her command? Then it's probably not the best idea that they meet at that point. Or is she doing what she's doing now and she's listening and she can take direction and she's body language is relaxed, but hips are to the side, they're not prone. Maverick hips are to the side, he's rolled over. So in my mind, right now, this feels like a good moment that we could try to say hello. So when it comes to actually giving them the release and meeting each other, I know there's a lot of debate on leash versus off leash. I typically like to do them on leash, but the key is you can't be adding tension. If you're sitting here choking up on the leash, adding a whole bunch of pressure, thank you, David, adding a whole bunch of pressure right here, then you could be contributing to the tension of the situation. You're going to have a loose leash, and what I'm really aiming for in my ideal scenario is butt readings versus face-to-face meetings. There can be a little bit more of a confrontational stance if we're face-to-face versus if we're sniffing each other's butt. But I'm also looking at body language, and I'll kind of comment on that as they greet each other. So we're going to go ahead and give them a BREAK, a release, and then we're going to have a loose leash, and we're going to let them approach each other. All right, Nevin. Great. Good job. And they got to check in with you first, and then they come over here. And then Maverick's a little disinterested, so I'm going to let him walk off. There we go. Harley's definitely checking them out, but I'm looking at tails here. We're at a low level. This is kind of the problem with the leash greeting sometimes too. They get a little wrapped up. Submissive stance here, playful stance here. Maverick has more to do with his mom. I'm going to let the leash go here now because I haven't seen it. So here's a little bit of play. Still not seeing it. I'm looking at the back of their necks here to see if there's any type of hair standing up. Still see playful tails. Nobody, they both have the ability to leave right now if someone's uncomfortable. Harley's definitely initiating play more, but this is healthy behavior when dogs are meeting each other right here. Good stuff, good stuff. So now, part of the drill here is, can we get them to come back from what they're doing, all right? So, Maverick, you go ahead and call Harley too.
Harley.
Maverick, come.
Harley.
Maverick, come. Sit.
Down.
Good job, buddy, good job. Down. This way we can give the dogs a little break in case things are getting a little weird or things are getting a little bit too high energy. Somebody doesn't like the energy level anymore. So throw a little recall practice into your playtime. Even if the other dog can't do recall, recall your dog and have the other person go grab the leash and get their dog back with the leash. All right. So this is how I'm going to work an introduction when I deem dogs are necessary to meet essential people in my family, friends that are over all the time, that their dogs are going to be interacting with my dog. And then I'm watching and monitoring body language. It's not a check out and have tea time the first time your dogs meet. It's okay. Let's sit here and let's relax. Let's sit back and watch. All right. Get after your training. Have a good, healthy time introducing your dogs to each other so they can make some friends.